All right, so we had a little bit of a peeing issue with the engine. That's what we're fixing today. Oh, it's a giant.
And I just filmed.
And you film. Deal. All right, see these? See what we got here? These ones are obviously a bit bigger.
Well, that one looks kind of cherry right there. I think that's what we're looking for, huh?
Yeah, that's the right size. I would like to find one with a bigger nipple on it, though.
You like that?
Like that size threads, but with this nip. And dude, we can
Get some serious pee action.
We can rig something up to where this thing pees like a garden hose.
Yeah, that's a little too small.
Yeah, that's... Get this.
It looks like it's our only option, though.
No, this is the same size threads.
Grab them both. Just in case.
This is gonna be the one, dude.
And you sure it's gonna fit? We don't have to come back?
Yeah, same size threads.
You sure about that?
I know we'll do it. This is how I used to test and figure out the thread size here. So this is a 3/8 by 1/8. So we need a 1/8 thread. That's where it kind of gets tight. 1/4 inch pipe, 1/4 inch hose.
What size you get? You need two and then the other size.
I got one, I think it's 4 inches.
Oh, shit.
Do I grab another one then?
That's a good bit.
That's what we want. Yeah, but we're gonna
Anchor, I mean, if you plan on keeping the boat and putting a different motor on it.
just remember, you got water in your oil.
I just told you.
I know. Just letting the viewers know what we're talking about. So we're gonna blow it up and then we're gonna rebuild it.
Not rebuilding that motor. Get you a new motor.
Yep. Lighting, that's the next thing we need.
Should probably make sure your motor's good first. All right, so we had a little bit of a peeing issue with the engine. That's what we're fixing today, all right? I just saw we were at BOW. We bought this NPT fitting with a 1/4 inch nipple, 1/4 inch threads. So we need a 1/8 thread. That's a 1/8 thread, a 1/8 thread, a 1/8 thread. Bought this small little hose clamp, and that goes into the engine block right there. This is the one we pulled out. And basically, when this little guy was in there, it was just dripping out. You can see down here where we pulled it out. So we pulled it out, ran the motor, and then this thing was pushing water like a freaking garden hose. So we assumed that this was our culprit, even though
Not even a garden hose, dude.
it's not clogged or nothing. I just think it's too small. So we went to a bigger one. You see the flow difference there? Then the nipple size difference. We're gonna throw this in. We also pulled out the thing, which I just threw and lost. But
What thing?
if you look over here, we're just gonna run this hose through here like this. It's probably gonna hang out about that much. And no need for another clamp on the inside and another fitting. And that'll be our water flow indicator. I'm also gonna throw some Teflon tape on these threads just to make sure it doesn't leak.
Could it pee too much? Is that a problem ever?
I don't think so. Just more water flowing through the engine. More water flow, the cooler it's gonna be. So the thing to think about when you put this Teflon tape on here, it's gonna feed into the right. So when you break off the end, you want the broken piece going that way. So when you twist it in, it doesn't just undo it. getting this thing out was a pain in the butt because you're limited with how much of an extension you can do because you were hitting here. But I managed to get it off, and that's why I'm also clamping it.
Pre-clamp?
Pre-clamp, so I have to get in there and do it. We'll come back when we get this on.
Yeah.
Looks a little bigger, huh?
Yeah, I literally said that at the store and you called me an idiot.
Might be right for the first time in your life. It's too big. All right, we're back. We got a new fitting. First thing we're gonna do, before we even do Teflon tape or the hose or anything, we're just gonna make sure it threads in. I mean, frick! Ah, got it back. I gotta put the camera down for this. Alright, so we got it started. Just gotta tighten it down. And my idea of putting the hose clamp and the hose on first did not work because I couldn't get my socket on there, obviously, with the hose clamp in the way. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, not very smart. All right, we're gonna fill our bucket up with water. We're gonna test our pee flow. Really hope we got some pee coming out of this thing, because that would be really nice. And I call it pee, I know it's like indicator, whatever. But to get that hose and clamp tightened, I had to remove this fuel hose so I can get my ratchet in there to tighten that clamp. Now we're all hooked up and we're done. That's gonna go right in there. Just like so. We're gonna cut that down. My duct tape job on my bucket did not hold up. That's not really ideal. But hopefully the water's going in faster than it's going out of the bottom. I don't know if you guys have ever seen my brother's Carolina Skiff on the channel, but he has some plans. He wants to fix this thing up. If that's something you want to see, us working on it, getting it more dialed in. Talked about a new console. We are redoing the front deck, but maybe a new console and a new live well set up there. This motor has water in the oil, so maybe find something off Marketplace to replace this Honda. We're currently having idle issues, so I've kind of been messing with that a little bit. But this thing's freaking sweet though, seriously though. Like, this is a kind of do everything boat. You can definitely take this offshore, you can definitely fish inshore. We kind of talk about taking the railings off. Lots of ideas for this thing. Drop a comment, what do you think? Drop a comment if you have any idea why we're having idling issues, because as I change this and adjust it, it's good, and then I'll put it in forward and I'll go back to neutral and it'll be like revving out still. It won't come back down to an idle. So for whatever reason, after we put it in gear, rev it up, come back to neutral, it stays revved up. If you have any idea why that is, if you have any idea why we have water in our oil, I'm thinking it's probably a head gasket. But these Hondas are, I don't know. If you know a lot about these little small Hondas, this is a 50. Drop some information for me in the comments, please, because I have absolutely no idea. All right, now we're gonna fire this thing up. Got the bucket full. Let's hope we got some good water flow. Let's hope it starts. There we go. giving it a little extra throttle. Let's see if I can put it down while I stay running. All right. All right. All right. See if I can show you guys the issue I'm having where I put it in gear and then go back to neutral and it stays. Oh, we're cooking right now. We just blew out all the water, so I got. Oops, wrong way. We just blew out all the water, so I had to shut it off. Good thing my hose didn't get caught in the prop. Oops, kind of forgot about that one. We just had a successful in gear, back to neutral, wasn't revved up. We're peeing good. I think next video you're gonna see is us taking this thing out. I'm sure we still got water in the oil issue. But my brother's plan with this thing is, now that we're at this point, it's probably run it till it blows up. All right, so now we are going to cut this hose back, probably somewhere around right there. Do that real quick. There she is. Little jerry rigged, but you'd probably never notice that, honestly, unless you really looked. And I mean, just look at this boat in general and this motor. Not real worried about it being perfect. Story of my life. Fire it up one more time. And it's not being good. There we go, baby. Honestly too, just now when it started to pee, I heard the idle kind of come up a little bit. Maybe that was, I don't know how that would be correlated, but maybe it is. Trucker's being strong. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. That was just a quick little video. I do have a quick question. Is this is what we pulled off that 50 Honda that was hooked up to the hose for the water pump. Is this factory? For some reason, I feel like someone probably threw this on there. Previous owner. I just don't see this tiny little hole, little fitting being factory. But if you know, drop a comment. And thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. We got some more videos coming on that Carolina SKIFF, and yeah, thanks for watching.